So we've had quite an adventure today.
Yes, it's been an adventure.
It's been eventful.
Yep.
So cue the intro.
Go for it.
Hello guys, this is Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
And we're back at it again with another novlog. Although we have been vlogs.
We have been vlogging, yes.
We have been vlogging.
It is. I don't know what is up with that. I feel like this is off or something. Like it feels oh, it's because this. Okay, that's what it is. My mic was just like swinging slowly every time I talk.
Yeah, so we've been trying to be more consistent with our uploads slightly.
Right, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
the podcast always takes priority.
I mean, I feel like we've been on a roll lately, like just pumping out content. Like
definitely.
It's been like crazy consistency up until like some technical issue like magically occurs. Also, I feel like Grogu's staring like out into space. Like he's just like looking
like you're too
straight
far
down.
to the side.
What?
I also feel like you're too far to the side.
You feel like I'm too far to the side? But I'm not. I'm literally leaning.
No, on the camera. Like the camera needs to be facing that way a little bit more. But you know what?
Or
maybe we'll fix that in the halfway point.
We'll see what I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Apparently I don't know how to set up anymore. Like
anyways, we've done a few things throughout our week. We went to go watch Wakanda Forever.
You want to talk about that?
Not to spoil or anything, but I can't say I would watch it again. I can't be disappointed with the results. There's a lot. It's an emotional roller coaster.
It's honestly it's a very like when we walked out, I was saying how I cried.
Yeah.
I laughed. I got angry.
Yeah.
Like it was it's one of those really well-rounded films, and there were moments where I was convinced, I'm like it can't, and then I cried again.
Yeah, I know. They have I think like 2 flashbacks within the movie.
Yeah. And
those, the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's just super hard to like not.
I was basically crying.
Yeah,
I will not lie to you guys.
It's very
they did a really good job, and I love the guy who plays M'Baku.
Yeah, always coming in.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
I love the way they portrayed him in the movie this time around.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, really, really good. No spoilers as to who the Black Panther is, but
I think everybody knows now.
Maybe.
Even like I remember
there's like people waiting to go watch it on Saturday.
That'd be.
Do
really
I have
fun.
to stop listening to this now?
No, it's not. It's not. I liked certain contrasts that they played with it within the film.
Oh yeah,
because there are certain things that like it's true.
Oh yeah,
right. So I like that it really hits certain things that we as people go through.
Yeah.
And we struggle with. So and obviously it's a fictional story. None of this is based on reality, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think they did a good job. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, out of 10, I give it like a 9.5. 10 would be absolute perfection.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it like I think an 85 or an 84.
I can understand that.
I can understand that. It's a challenging film to watch.
Oh yeah.
It just makes me sound lower. Okay, so
yeah.
Moving on from that.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
My week has been busy, just school stuff.
Right.
Other than that, it's been not bad.
It's been not bad.
It's been not bad.
Okay.
This morning you saw me editing something, so
yeah,
I have to do like a little Christmas thing for class, so I
didn't really see. It's more like I heard.
Yeah, you heard a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So I was editing it for the radio, but that was fun.
Yeah. I've become a part-time editor. What's been happening? I've been editing. Like, what is it? Yesterday night, We
Yesterday night, last night.
Because for the viewers, 2 nights ago, on Wednesday, so I had edited the vlog, right? No, so in the morning I recorded. No, in the middle of the day I recorded a Minecraft video, and I'm like, I'll edit that later. It's not important. And then on Wednesday night, like Wednesday, I was editing after that. So I edited the vlog, got that ready to go, hit upload. It was like, I think it was like almost 10 o'clock at night. When I finished, actually no, it was like 11. When I finished, I hit upload, went up. It's there. You can see it now. It's kind of long, but I mean, it's got some really good moments in there. And then went to bed, woke up, edited my Minecraft video.
Yeah.
And then I literally finished editing that, hit render out, and we left to go film another vlog for next week. So, and then so it's this constant like record a video, edit. Like I'm recording this right now. For those who don't know, right now it's Thursday. Today's Thursday, the day we're recording. It's like almost 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and edit this.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Future me, I don't look forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have fun with it,
right? Of course. Like, I mean, not that I'm complaining.
Yeah,
but
sounds like you're complaining.
No, it's not that
all the stuttering's making it sound like.
No, I'm not complaining. I don't want it to come off as I'm complaining. I'm just trying to point out that I feel like I'm already doing this as a job.
Yeah,
like, cause it's absurd. Like,
yeah,
just the rapid pacing and the fact that having to come up with ideas and like the way we're trying to do better.
Yeah.
With the level of quality.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just a matter of
even though the camera right now is kind of unaligned, but we're trying to do better with quality.
I know. But there's the fact that we're getting into the habits, right? It's a matter of developing a habit of quality.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And once you get into that like development, everything should become better. I was doing a little bit of research.
Right.
Because I'm trying to look for better ways to improve the vlogs and everything we're doing. So like obviously just deep dive on what other creators do.
There is
to build their own format. But here's the thing. Especially for vlogs, what a bunch of people recommend is that you try to do daily vlogs for at least a month.
Oh man.
Because then you force yourself to come up with ideas every single day.
Right.
And then you learn all the tricks that it takes to become a good storyteller.
Okay, look. So maybe we can try that like
in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer that's doable.
Yeah.
Because right now that is not.
I don't know what that was.
Right? Because right now that's just physically almost impossible.
Yeah.
But I think what is it? I was listening to another podcast, ironically enough.
Yeah.
Roman Atwood's podcast. For those who don't know Roman Atwood, you're not an OG on the internet if you don't know who he is. He's one of the biggest daily vloggers that he basically created the genre.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or he helped pioneer the genre of daily vlogging, right?
Yep.
And then on his podcast he had Jesse Wells.
Yes.
Who was another guy who also pioneered the vlogging, right?
Yep.
And he was saying how, he says that, Charles Trippy, the guy who really pioneered vlogging at this point, he says that he's the one who got him into it. But in his case, he says that there would be days where it would be like 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm. And
because they were daily vloggers, it's like we had no content. We had no content. So he's like, so I would look at the time they call her Gina, but her real name's Jen.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'd look at Jen and be like, do we like what do we do? And she's like, and it would be really funny because she'd be like, she's like, go put on like the big fluffy air costume and let's go to the gym and just run on a treadmill. Okay, so we filmed that. Okay, done. And then after that, we go back home. We're like, okay, that's like a minute. What are we gonna do now? And then he's like, let's play with the cats. Yeah. And it's like, and he's like, and I got away with so many vlogs like that.
Yeah.
And then just coming up with something, talk about the merch or something like.
Yeah.
Just cause
see, like that's the thing though. A lot of people when they start vlogging, they think it has to be about their lives.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Right.
The point of vlogging is to just tell a story have some form of narrative behind what you're doing, and make sure the story follows through, and you can have a laugh with it.
Right, like
or be emotional.
Our vlogs are like super, like some of them are super sporadic.
Oh yeah,
because we're figuring out what we're gonna do while filming it.
Yeah,
simultaneously, like we're and there are times where we're walking, especially downtown, walking around downtown, and we're looking for like a flat surface to put the tripod down because we're like, I need a flat like level, like
we're starting
gimbal.
to think that we take our actual, because we have a gimbal that turns into a tripod.
Right.
But the thing is, it doesn't give us the height we want.
Right.
So now I'm just thinking he carries the bag with like the gimbal in it, and I carry like a real tripod in another bag.
Yeah. It's like, it's a whole thing now. It's getting like the level of like progression is just, but it has been interesting to see these things like develop, and we're also getting better. Like me as an editor, my editing style has changed so much.
Oh yeah,
since like because like when we started, it was audio only, and me editing was literally just cutting out what I thought we couldn't say, and cutting out like certain like long pauses and silences and stuff. But now with video, sometimes I leave them in there because like for comedic moments or whatever it may be. But I think that when we go on to do the amount of content we're pumping out now, it just changes the way we go about just doing it. Yeah. Right. So obviously, you know, sometimes like I want to pull a Casey Nice. Like there was a day where I'm like, we were doing a vlog in downtown, and I was like, this would be where I cue the drone footage. Oh, but I don't have the drone footage. So like that doesn't work. And
you know what we should try doing?
Yeah.
Using that gimbal extender.
You know what
and then just like raising it up high.
You know what I was gonna say?
What?
I was gonna say we should I know there's actually another YouTube channel where this guy uploads drone footage of our city. I just want to like shoot him a text like, yo, can I use some of your footage? Can I borrow some footage? Like, yeah, I think it'd be cool, and I think the collab would be epic.
Oh yeah.
But
get a drone guy. That's what everybody needs.
I need a drone guy.
That's what I want.
What is it? Yes Theory. They have a friend who sorry, I'm just trying to remember his name, but I don't remember his name.
Just say what they do.
They have a friend who he does drone footage.
Yeah.
And when they did their pyramid documentary.
Yeah.
The footage they caught of the monkeys with the drone.
Oh yeah.
And they show like the drone footage, and then they show the guy filming it.
Yep.
And they're like, just the way his focus is, he looks like he's in another world. Like, he's just so disconnected from everything around him.
Yeah, he is the drone.
Yeah, it's incredible, and to see both like perspectives.
Oh yeah,
is that actually in itself is the art.
Yeah,
right. Like watching
what I
him
find really cool.
make art is the art.
I find really cool the people who do like tricks with their drones.
Yeah.
So like they send their drone into like a warehouse.
Right.
And they basically do like drone parkour.
Yeah.
With their drone. And I'm like, that must take so much time. And you want to be so careful because you know how much a drone costs.
Right, yeah.
It's scary.
I honestly I don't think I could do it.
Do what?
Like fly a drone.
I think I can fly a drone.
Like, I mean, I think I'd
not very well, but
like,
I think a drone.
Like, it's not to say I don't think I could get like
to that level.
Yeah, where I'm doing like parkour, like twirling, like all. I don't think I could do that, but I probably could use it in a very like way.
Oh yeah,
like like easier. Under a bridge or like over like like those like time lapse in the sky, sunset sort of like. All that stuff, like I got you, but like anything beyond that, like I don't know what to do.
It's out of my skill level.
Yeah, like what is it? What's his name? The guy who does the Transformers movies. Oh, the director for the Transformers movies. What's his name?
I've drawn a blank.
It's Nolan.
Nolan?
Is it Christopher Nolan?
Is it?
I think it's Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
I think. I may be mistaken. Someone's gonna.
I feel like you're right, but I don't really know.
Someone's gonna fact check me and then put in the comments.
Yeah.
Timestamp it.
Don't quote him on Christopher Nolan.
I don't actually. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's him. But okay, so there's a scene in the last Transformers movie where a cop car jumps over, like he bounces off, and he found some like 16-year-old who like does these tricks with drones.
Yeah.
And Christopher turns looks okay, so you're gonna fly the drone under the car and catch like the under part and then wrap over it.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, okay, do I get like a practice? He's like, no. This is it.
This is it.
You get one shot to get this take. And the kid's like sweating because he's like, this is like the budget right here.
Yeah.
We get one take because we got one cop car and the cop car's going to flip upside down.
Yep.
Then it's like totaled. Like we can't use it anymore because it like goes into a wall. He's like, so that's it. That's all you get. You get one take. Oh and so he's like, so the kid does it and it's in the movie.
Yeah.
Like he nailed it. Like it's a great shot. But I can't imagine the stress of that kid. He's like, oh my God.
I'm about to ruin the budget.
I'm about to ruin this film because this guy wants a shot and I can't get it. Right. And he does these crazy things for shots.
Oh, yeah.
Like and the thing too is like sometimes he's the one holding the camera
to
get the shots. So he's like, not only is he the director, he's the cinematographer. So I'd be like running around. And like the thing too is like to do a Transformers movie must be so challenging.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because not only is like, I want the shot, I want explosions going off, and then later we're going to CGI in the Transformer.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's just massive explosions going off. It's like, then I got to like, CG in. And the thing is like, you have to, like, be at the right distance.
Yeah.
So, like, a 20-foot
basically filming
robot.
basically filming an entire Transformers film is conceptual.
Right.
If you don't understand the concept and you're working on set, you're done.
Yeah, it must be so like challenging.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when he has to do like an outdoor shot.
Oh, yeah.
Because the camera has to be at a distance to make it look like there's a 20-foot robot standing in the middle of a field, right? Like it's just
like imagine you're pretending to talk to a Transformer, you're not looking high enough.
Right.
It looks like his knee. You're not making contact with Optimus.
Right, you're like talking to his knees.
Yeah, it's just, oh man.
Like
talking to his toes.
It's just it must be so challenging. I bet like they have like a thing that they put up so this is where his head is.
Yeah, like a little pinball.
Yeah, like it's like how for Baby Yoda it was just like a little puppet.
Oh yeah.
And like this guy's walking around like this little puppet.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. Like, what is it for Rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh yeah. It's the same concept.
No. That was motion capture.
Oh yeah.
So like when Drax is petting him, he's actually petting a person. Like it's just like it's so funny that's a thing. And the guy who voices Rocket, if you don't know, it's Bradley Cooper. And Bradley Cooper a few years ago did an interview where he said that he thinks he's turning into a raccoon. Or he's like he feels like he's starting to look like a raccoon.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'll see like the billboards and I'll take a picture. And I'll send it to my kids and be like, that's me. They're like, Dad, that's a raccoon. He's like, that's me up in the billboard.
That's me, guys. No,
it's like,
Dad, that's a raccoon.
It's like it's the funniest thing, I think. Also, imagine being Vin Diesel for those films.
I know, right?
Like you don't even have to show up.
I mean, you do.
Like, you just have to show up and be like, I am Groot. Done. No, but he says that. He says it. He also did, like, all the other languages.
Yeah.
Like, he did a bunch of languages. So, it's like, so he did, like, he did his own dubbing. But I think it's funny.
I mean, because honestly, you just get, like, a language coach.
Yeah.
You learn the accent, you can say it perfectly.
Yeah.
And since it's one line.
It's 3 words.
3 words, except for that one time he says, "We are Groot."
Right.
That's not much of a change.
I mean, his vocab. I love when Rocket's explaining. Yeah. He's like, he don't speak like you and me. His vocab consists of 3 words. I am Groot.
Yeah.
But Rocket understands him.
Yeah. Everyone does eventually.
Yeah.
It's a higher form of speech.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I love when Captain America meets Groot for the first time.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I am Groot. And he's like, I am Steve Rogers.
I'm Steve Rogers. Yeah.
It's like the greatest. That's like a quick like sneak in joke.
Yeah.
Because Groot could have been saying hi.
Yeah. and then it's just like Steve Rogers. That's honestly, it must be so interesting. Just like, because just imagine filming that.
Like, also imagine like from like a comic book perspective.
Yeah.
Like Captain America is like, I went from fighting aliens. No, he's like, I went from fighting superhuman soldiers to fighting aliens to fighting alongside a talking raccoon and talking tree with the God of Thunder in the most futuristic city
That
in Africa that's hidden from people.
Yeah.
Like that, like all of like this guy's like, I'm way out. I feel like I'm way.
Nothing can surprise him at that point.
Yeah, I know. It's like
nothing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what's next? Galactus, Devourer of Worlds? Yeah. Seen
like,
it, been there, done that.
just another day at the office.
Yeah, you know.
And you wake up one morning and realize that something's trying to eat the moon.
I don't know. I just work here.
I don't know, I'm just hanging out, just casually. It's one of those things. But we'll keep the conversation going when we come right back after this short commercial break. Hey guys, sorry I'm interrupting this video. I'm here to tell you to follow both our Instagrams and the podcast Instagram. Bro, what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, I approve this message.
I was about to clap. All right, hopefully the camera is better aligned this time. I don't actually know. I think it's more to my side now, but here we go.
I don't even know anymore. Honestly, we're figuring it out. We don't know what the issue is.
I don't know what's going. I think the desk like warped or I don't know.
Did the desk actually move? I don't know.
The desk moved forwards. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I didn't design this.
Something's off and we don't know what it is.
The equilibrium is falling apart.
The wall's the one like who moved slightly more.
The walls are coming in. We're being engulfed, guys.
Right, we never mentioned that we're back.
Well, I think they noticed. I mean, to them, we never really left.
I mean, it was a short intermission.
Yeah, it was.
I also got to update that intermission.
Yeah.
We also need to post in that intermission because we keep telling people to go follow, but we're not really.
Go follow.
We haven't done that. We also we have been doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I for one think we're not posting enough.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got to create ourselves some form of regiment, but that's not for you guys to know. That's for us to figure out. Let's figure it out right now.
No. I'm not doing this live on the podcast.
That's a meeting thing.
What is it? Last night we had a meeting.
Did we?
Yeah.
Last night?
Remember? We were like hanging out right here. We were actually hanging out in the studio. We were talking about it. And then we somehow it turned it. We have this problem where we'll start talking about something and then really quickly it'll turn into a meeting.
Oh, yeah. Or we'll come up with an entire business plan. that could revolutionize the planet. And then we sleep on it.
We don't. Yeah, we have that problem where we either go 0 or 100.
Yeah.
And then never execute.
We also talk about a lot of things that could be invented.
Yeah.
Like earlier today, after we filmed the vlog, we started talking about inventions of how we could conserve energy.
Where were we when we talked about that?
In the mall.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We were in the mall when we talked about that, but we were just casually sitting down in the cafeteria just talking.
Yeah. And
then we figured out an entire way we could conserve energy.
Right.
Through multiple channels.
Yep.
And then we're like, yeah, it's for someone else's problem.
It's like the idea, like I feel like Elon must have people like this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It must be so interesting. It's actually what is it? There was this one time this like TikToker came up to Elon and he was like at SpaceX and he asked him a question about something, and then apparently because he's like an aerospace engineer or something like that.
Yeah.
So I asked the question why they were doing that, and then Elon like thought about it, and then he's like, yeah, the kid's right, and then he's like, we went back and had to redesign like a portion of the ship. He's like, because last time you were here, because then he went back.
Oh,
he's like, last time you were here, you mentioned that, and we were just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
He's like, you called us out, and we're like, yeah,
it's just like, so this is for the shuttle.
He's suddenly like, wait a minute.
Actually, that's Yeah.
I did you hear about how they launched, to the moon?
Huh?
How they like a few days ago, someone got they launched a spaceship to the moon. Yeah. So NASA wants to start having wants human presence on the moon.
Get a commercial flight to the moon.
No. So eventually we'll have like a permanent presence on the moon.
Okay.
And all it does is remind me of Star Trek.
Okay.
Because in Star Trek,
it's like going through customs in Star Trek.
Okay, in Star Trek, they go. There's a moment where they go back in time.
Yeah.
To when warp speed is discovered.
Yep.
And they one of the like crew members.
Yep.
Looks up at the moon, and he goes, "Oh, it's such a beautiful moon." And he's like, "What? You guys don't have one?" He goes, "In my time, there's 3 million people living on the moon," and the other guy is just like, 3 million people on the moon? Like, that's crazy. Like, why would you need 3 million people on the moon?
People get people want to colonize. I don't know what to tell you.
You want to colonize? I mean, I don't know about that, but I also think, like, the Mars thing.
Yeah.
And like have you heard of that theory about how there's some guy who thinks we're from Mars? Like we were on Mars.
We're getting into conspiracy theory.
I mean, we did this last.
We should have a segment. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but I'm only gonna talk about this real quick. There's a nut out there.
There's a crazy guy
who thinks life started on Mars, because here's his point.
Yeah.
So he has 3. He says that 1, our skin isn't designed to be in the sun too long.
Okay.
Like we can't, like, cause of how close we are to the sun.
Yeah.
It's like our skin gets burnt if we're out in the sun too long.
Yeah.
It's like 2, something about our muscles.
Yeah.
Like they're way stronger than our bodies let us use currently.
Yeah.
And he says that it has to do with the level of gravity we have on Earth compared to where we are.
Okay.
Like our muscles are so strong that it can break our own bones. But the only reason that our muscles are so strong is because of the gravity we're on. Okay. But if we were from Mars,
it'd be less toll.
It'd be less toll, and our muscles wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then there was like another one that was like something about the water or something. I can't remember.
The frozen water on Mars?
No. It was more like something to do with how the oxygen level in like the water, or no, I think it was like the acidic level in the water
that's constantly changing.
No, with something that we consume, like it would affect us. But if we were on Mars, that's not an issue. Like that's like a I can't remember. He was explaining it, and
where's this guy?
I literally got to number 2 and just stopped caring.
Yeah, I don't.
I just blocked it out.
I don't. Okay.
Like it just blocked it out.
I don't know what to say to that, cause the whole muscle thing.
Yeah.
We're moon people then.
Yeah.
If the argument is just lesser gravity, we're moon people.
Bro, I'm from the moon. Have you seen that? It's a giant sphere in the sky, and you can only see it sometimes at night.
It's like how there's like this theory, like if you shot a weapon,
yeah,
into the air of the moon,
yeah,
since it shoots so strong,
yeah,
we'll just go out of the atmosphere of the moon.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It just continuously keep going.
Right. Like
you could just shoot things straight out.
I'd be scared to jump, like on the moon.
No, you'll come back.
No, I know, but like you know what I mean. Like initially, I'd be like, what if I just float away?
Too bad.
Just hover into nothingness.
Goodbye.
So it's definitely.
It's like how if you were to jump in a black hole, you just stretch out infinitely. And it'd be really painful. For like the first few seconds. 'Cause after that, there's nothing left to be like. Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
It's really dark. I don't know how we got to this point, but we're here.
We were talking about space and the stars, you know.
Yeah, I'd love to visit another galaxy, if it was possible.
I mean, it's a couple of 100 light years away, man. Like, I don't think you'll make it.
Live that long.
I don't think you'll make it.
I can make it.
I'm sorry.
Just cryostasis.
We don't have that yet. We don't have that yet.
Honestly, that would be how we would solve long distance travel.
But it would also suck because all the people on Earth would keep aging, and
Yeah, I know. So
Kinda
basically,
messes
if you
you up.
sign up,
Yeah.
you're signing up to never see your loved ones again.
Right. So in like
And
Interstellar.
you know, the first contact you make with Earth has nothing to do with with your generation.
Right. It's like that in Interstellar
Yeah.
when they go to that water world
Yeah.
and they're there for a couple. They're there for like 30 minutes
Yeah.
and like 20 years go by.
Yeah, because the relative time is different.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy who like stays on the ship
Yeah.
doesn't put himself into cryostasis.
Yeah.
He just like lived it, so he's like he rapidly aged.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. Like that
honestly,
sucks.
Interstellar nailed it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people use it as a reference to like explain certain sciences.
Yeah.
It's great. We should watch
Like
that.
the black hole thing.
Yeah.
Like the black hole thing is explained so well in Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
Like other scientists they'll just, have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah, honestly, even in it's become a joke even like in movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, let me just. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah.
That's always how it happens. It's the slight sigh of like, and then like, have you
Seen Interstellar.
Exactly.
It's
Honestly, I'm just gonna use that whenever someone asks me a science question,
yeah.
even if it has nothing to. It could be about agriculture, and I'd be like,
Have you
you seen Interstellar?
It's just crazy. I think we've gone to, and also the soundtrack of Interstellar
Oh yeah,
is
it's amazing. I love it.
It's just another level.
Yeah.
You know, Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
He's
That man has a beautiful mind.
I don't know how he does it, you know?
He just comes up with music like
You know what's great?
Like
Okay, so
breathing.
for Interstellar,
yeah,
the main theme that we all love,
yeah,
or one of the ones, he said that the director told him
Yeah.
it's a scene between a man and his child.
yeah,
Didn't specify gender. He's like, a man and his child are struggling,
yeah.
you know? And then, so Hans goes away. He's like, comes back 3 weeks later. He's like, I got this.
Okay.
And he plays it. And I knew that was going to be the song for the.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Honestly,
I knew
feel like
that was going to be
I feel like Hans Zimmer could write me like a. I don't know. I'd be like, you got 5 minutes. He'd write something, and it'd probably be the best thing I've ever seen written before in my life.
It's like
'cause-
dictation.
Besides Beethoven, because like, I hadn't witnessed that in front of me, but like, kind of a genius. But at the same time, like he can conceptualize music
Yeah.
and grasp emotions so well into music. It's almost lyrical.
Yeah, like that. You know that I think, I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's Hans Zimmer who did the soundtrack for the Justice League.
I don't know. He's done a lot of things.
I think it was him. I'm not actually sure.
Anyways,
But there's but the soundtrack in the just like the center cut.
yeah.
So that's all we talk about here. In the center cut of the Justice League. If you haven't seen it, get HBO Max and watch, and then come back to this part of the podcast
Schneider.
so you understand what's going
Schneider
on.
cut.
So take a moment to watch a 4-hour film and then come back, okay?
Yeah.
So you understand what's going on.
Yeah,
But there's a
don't.
scene where the Flash uses his powers. You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Yep.
The soundtrack that plays behind that,
Why should
It's
not be
just-
Hans Zimmer?
it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost euphoric.
Honestly, I talk about this in my classes. Well, not my classes, but in a class I talked about this.
Right.
Because the course is image and sound.
Right.
And we talk about how the noise of whatever you're filming, especially with movies,
Yeah.
the music is what makes everything.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's
If
so
you
true.
strip an emotional moment
Yeah.
of music, it can be absolute garbage.
But
And sometimes, though, the stopping of the music is more powerful. The silence
right.
is like
It's like, okay, so if you haven't seen Bambi,
yeah,
the Disney animated feature film, one of my favorite childhood movies.
yes,
There's a moment where Bambi's, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it.
yeah,
There's a moment where Bambi's mother passes away
yes,
and the music cuts, and the like prince of the forest,
yep,
he looks at Bambi and he tells him, your mother cannot be with you anymore.
yeah,
And then he walks away.
yep,
And there's a moment of 7 seconds of silence.
yep.
And I think it's 7 seconds.
I don't know how long it is.
It feels like
It feels
a long
like
time.
an eternity.
But those moments of silence make that moment so much more tragic
Oh yeah.
because you're just watching a like distraught deer
Yeah.
walk away.
Yep.
And it's just like it breaks you a little bit inside.
When silence has more emphasis.
Right.
And that's why good speakers, especially like presenters,
Yeah.
instead of saying the word they'll pause. Look into the people.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. That's a great person to give an example with. The man paces back and forth
Yeah.
with his phone. He just walks by and it goes, the iPhone. And you're like, whoa.
It's because he knows how to stop,
Yeah.
wait.
He lets you process
Right,
what's going on. Which is why, going back to music,
Yeah.
which is why Jaws, the theme for Jaws, is so good.
Right. Yeah. That's
The
true.
silence between the dun. The silence is when you're most you're suspended.
You're like
suspended.
floating in the air.
You're floating. No, literally, you're floating.
But I do get where that's a thing too, right? Like in music,
Yeah.
we talk about the sound as much as in the silence.
Yeah.
Right. And when it comes to these sorts of things, I think most people don't understand
Yeah.
that silence is what makes the music.
Oh yeah.
Because all the times you're not playing music
Yeah.
is actually what that helps fill in the blanks.
Oh yeah. And honestly, if you're someone in high school who's listening to this right now and you have access to a band in your school, just check it out. Honestly, learn an instrument. There's so much.
Or find out when they have a concert and go watch it.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, a lot of times a lot of people say that but it's like classical music or it's this or that.
Yeah.
But trust me, being in one of those rooms,
Yeah.
it changes a lot. Why is he looking that way?
I don't know. I don't design this.
What was I saying? You have to understand that, like, it'll just change your perspective. Not that it'll change your perspective on music, but you'll learn to appreciate it. And classical music has a way of hitting certain emotions
Oh yeah.
that I don't think, like, sure, there are some great poets in our time.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There are some lyric writers, Kendrick, who really know how to convey a message.
Oh yeah.
And portray something, that's not really talked about, or we don't really sort of address. And Eminem's one of these guys. Kanye used to be one of these guys, but it's kind of fell off the boat.
Uh-huh.
We don't really talk about that, but it's tragic, really. But I think that there are some people who, when it comes to lyrics, they're able to convey it, but with classical music, there's no lyrics.
Yeah.
So the
They're
sound
poets.
has to do all the work.
Yeah.
Right. And these guys like Beethoven and Mozart and,
Yeah.
and Chopin,
Bach.
all of these guys had to do it without lyrics.
Yeah.
So it's incredible, and just some of the things that you hear,
Oh yeah.
like Beethoven's Moonlight Symphony. It's an iconic piece.
The sonata.
It's not right.
Yeah.
it everybody, like, the beginning starts. You know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know what that is, like, you've been living under a rock. I'm sorry.
See, like, I go into, like, since we know musical theory,
right.
there's just so much more appreciation
Right.
when listening to music in general. Taking the time to listen and deconstruct a song can make you enjoy that song even more.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, just try it. Think about the favorite song you have, and then ask yourself why you enjoy it so much. Break it down. Is there something in the background that you were never really paying attention to? What does the bass line actually sound like? Because normally it's driving the music, but you're just listening to the focused melody. But sometimes it can make a song even more beautiful. It's just, I don't know. I love doing that with music.
Also, like, if it's a song with lyrics, listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
There are certain lyrics that I know I have songs that
I mean, I feel people pay attention more to lyrics
right.
than they pay attention to melody, counter melody, like
Right.
all
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah,
stuff.
for sure. But like for me personally,
Yeah.
I know there are songs that if I play them, depending on how old I was when I first heard the song,
Yeah.
it'll trigger a memory.
Oh yeah.
A memory from long ago, like
Yeah.
times past,
Yeah.
and some of them are sad.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it's odd how music
like-
has this power to bring up things.
It's like playing a song triggers a memory reservoir,
Right.
and it starts pulling them out.
It's like how certain smells do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's like you're walking down the street, you smell tacos, you're like, I remember this one time I was near a taco stand.
yeah. Well, actually, there's like a specific type of wood
Yeah.
that if you burn it,
Yeah.
it reminds us of Mexico.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like it just instant like that.
Instantly.
That specific smell
Yeah.
just takes me back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's incredible, but I think it's also incredible how the brain can just link these sorts of thoughts. I mean, not thoughts, like things together.
Yeah. It just shows the intricacies that the mind has. Like, we're not even trying to think about an old memory, because if you try to think about the memory just by yourself, the chance of you remembering it is so slim.
Yeah.
You give it something else and it figures it out for you.
It's like how
And also, like, I bet people have had moments where they're just walking in the street, they see something on the floor, you're still walking the same pace, but you don't even realize it. You asked yourself what was on the floor, you examined it, you probably went through 3 different scenarios of what that thing on the floor was. Time literally slowed down just for you to think about that, but your pace never stopped.
right.
And no one ever stops to think about that. And that basically happened to us today, and I realized it. That's why I'm saying it.
yeah.
I don't know what was on the floor.
Yeah.
We walked right by it, and I looked at it. Our pace remained the same. And I looked at you as we were talking, and I could see you were thinking about what in the world is on the floor.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what in the world is on the floor. It looked like tree bark.
Yeah.
But,
Because it was this little brown thing.
yeah. But,
It also because like I thought it was like some manure on the floor.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
But see, you also, again, split seconds.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But look.
And you were able to think of multiple things.
Rewind here. I think that,
The mind is critical.
yeah. I'm not saying it's not.
Yep.
I just think that the connections in the brain are just that's the way they work, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Same thing with TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Works out like I'm
I
able
don't
to.
know. I don't know.
I'll be randomly talking and I'll quote a film.
Yeah.
I'll quote a movie. I'll film a movie.
Yeah.
I'll quote a TV show.
Yeah.
I'll quote a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I'll quote a podcast.
Yeah.
I'll quote whoever I want to quote.
And it's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Mainly for this reason.
Yeah.
When I watch a movie,
Yeah.
okay, because I have like a learning disability. We've talked about this in previous episodes. I don't know, just go back.
Yeah, hurry up.
Jeez. Anyways.
No, we're running out of time.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I know. But when I'm like in a lecture, I don't remember as much as I should. But I'm watching a movie.
why. Right.
I know there's a plot line, right? I know where it's heading. So I pay attention more.
Right.
I technically have the same capabilities with lectures. Except I don't really know where it's going.
Like in
Thus learning.
Okay, so this is like a thing I use
Yeah.
because of the way I learn.
Yeah.
I will pick one song
Yeah.
when I study and I'll just listen
Oh,
to
yeah.
one song.
Yeah, I do
So
that too.
when I'm in the exam or the midterm or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll be singing the song in my head
Yeah.
and it'll trigger memories of like stuff because I only listen to that song on repeat.
Yeah.
And it helps me remember.
Yeah, it's like creating connotations between
right.
between what you're learning.
Yeah, so Bruno Mars Treasure. It's a lot of math in there, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot of deep
Oh, yeah.
math. What is it? Calvin Harris.
Yeah.
Remember what is it? Summertime, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds
See, but specifically with me and the general populace,
yeah.
normally having music with lyrics is actually impeding rather than supporting.
Right.
Mainly for this reason, because you start singing along.
Right.
And because you're distracting your brain, you're not really paying attention.
Well, like in my case.
But in your case, you are an audible learner.
Right. So
right. So you auditory learner. I mean,
quick hack for me.
Yeah, it's like a quick hack for him, just to like remember.
When I'm living my life hacking my own brain. That's what it's
technically,
like.
If you want to try what he's doing, I'd recommend you try it with some form of lo-fi. I don't know, like just find something without lyrics that you wouldn't mind replaying again and again and again.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's the trick. And the same trick also works with flavor. If you were to chew the same flavor of gum every time you had a specific class, and then you chew that same gum the day you have your test, the likelihood of you remembering it is really high.
Right. All right. We're going to end it here.
Yep.
You want to wrap it up?
Okay, guys. This has been... Yes. No, I'm kidding. This has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Almost choked up there. Make sure to share with your grandmother, share with your rooster, share with your donkey, share with your chinchilla. I don't care who you share with everybody and everything. Share with your moose, share with I don't know, share with your chicken. Just walk up to your chicken and be like, yo, got something for you, you know? Just share with everybody and everything you can. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, hit a follow. Wherever you are on the platform, just follow. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.